Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Turn number 4.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight at the Learnerville Speedway. It is round number 3, but first night for us to come out here with the Outlaw Dirt Series, the Wild West Pro Late Model Series, centered by Outlaw Dirt Series, come to you live tonight via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Phil LaCasse here. Jack Chewer on the controls, and for a little while, I think my partner in crime, Mr. Too Tall Todd, standing alongside. And very first trip, I got to thank Chris Carmen and the guys for bringing us over, Todd. And we're going to be in for one sporty little show ahead of us. Learnerville's always fun, and first time out here, I see that at the Pro Late Models.
Yeah, definitely going to be rather interesting with the Pro Late Models here tonight, Phil, and definitely glad to be a part of it. Looks like I thought I seen the trees waving in the breeze. They are waving in the breeze right now. A little windy out here in Learnerville today.
Little bit, but I think that'll make it all right. We'll have some good racing for sure. It's fixed setups here tonight with the Pro Late Models, and thank the guys at the Outlaw Dirt Series tonight. Also going to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mud Duck Racing, Brad Dossum, Understeer Motorsports, to Coffee Mania, and Sun Auto Group. Thank all those guys coming aboard, and of course, Outlaw Dirt Series for bringing us aboard. But before we get racing here tonight with heat racing action, let's take this thing trackside, pay honor to this great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the brave?
Dirty Grass Soul with the playing of our national anthem tonight here on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Getting locked and loaded here. 2 heat races on the docket. There'll be 11 laps in distance. That's a kind of a weird number. 11 laps around. Top 4 guaranteed on the main event. I'm not sure if that's going to stay true. We may play some soup. We may not. But what I do know, Todd, is heat race number 1 is assembling on the speedway as we speak. Let me throw it down to you here for our spoils truckie starting lineup to open the evening.
Starting on the pole, driving Christopher Carmen's car, the driver of the number 22 here. That is Grant Wesley. Dancing partner outside, driving the number 17. That would be Richard Spar. Inside row number 2 will be Stephen Moore, Bulletproof Motorsports number 73. And then AJ Sideways, AJ Cruz aboard the 343. Rolling off in position number 5, that's Showtime. Shane Kelly aboard the number 7 machine. And outside him will be JD Sasson, that number 22. Inside row number 4, that'll be Benjamin Gonzalez aboard the 214. And Brad Haldane aboard the 113 machine in position number 8. Ninth, let's see Justin Sick aboard the 017, and Christopher Carmen is an admin here tonight. So 9 cars on the docket here for heat race number 1, Phil.
9 drivers going to go out there, 11 laps around, so that's a pretty peculiar distance. We have 11 laps or 6 minutes. We got time limits on heat racing. I know we've had the time limits go the wrong way here in the last couple of weeks in a feature event, so we'll see if it happens here in the heat. I can't imagine they can't do 11 laps in 6 minutes or less, but we've seen crazier things happen as the cars begin to roll away, and it's that number 88 car, Grant Wesley, who's in the 22. I try to get my paints to refresh over here. Richard Spar on the outside of the front row. Good to see the Mud Duck Racing guys out here represented here tonight. Stephen Moore, AJ Sideways, AJ Cruz rolling there in position 4. Showtime, Shane Kelly, JD Sassy, Ben Gonzalez, Brad Haldane, and Justin Sick rounding out our 9-car field. So this will be a lot of fun here as we get ready to lock and load. Good to see some Pro Late models. It's been a while since we've seen pros out here on the network, and that number 22, that is a cool looking race car. I gotta say, there, great look there for Chris Carmen. Owned Grant Wesley tonight, sitting behind the wheel as a pilot of that number 22. That's a pretty good shoe. We've raced for Grant on the dirt for a long time, Todd, going all the way back to NR 2003. So good to see Grant still out here alive and well and doing it, and he's still doing it in a pretty dang good way.
Yeah, definitely doing it in a fantastic way here. The driver of the number 22, Grant Wesley. Yeah, I've had a lot of run-ins with him. NASCAR 2003 dirt, some different areas, but Grant Wesley, definitely a good dirt shoe. Aboard that number 22, Richard Spartan, that 71 on the outside of him there, Phil. We're getting ready to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. iRacing I flag, green flags out in the air.
Grant Wesley throws that loud pedal down, but Richard Spar very even there at the line. They're pulled dead even for the first time. Through turns number 1 and 2, 410 mile. No walls here at Learnerville. Probably it's going to be by far my favorite track right now because you got to be a real man to strut on the corner and not go over that hump. Off of turn number 4, completing lap number 1, Richard Spar takes the lead.
Yeah, Richard Spar in the number 71 over Grant Wesley in the 22 machine, almost 4 wide, battling going on with the 343 of AJ Cruz. Then you got the 73 of Moore running in that 4th spot. He keeps looking to the bottom here in the middle group, a portion of the track at Learnerville Speedway.
Doing a really good job so far. Grant going to try to work it down low, but it's Richard Spar leading Grant Wesley in there for 2. We look back here to racing for 3rd as I kind of zoom my camera out. AJ Cruz, Stephen Moore, Showtime, Shane Kelly out there, car number 7. They're riding in the top 5 as they roll to the outside lane of the track. And it's Shane, the number 7. He'll straddle the outside lane. He'll look for room around Stephen Moore off of 2.
Yeah, looking for some room there and definitely trying to get around the 73 of Stephen Moore. Is Shane Kelly there in that number 7 machine? Can't do anything as of right now, Phil. Is I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties on my screen. I haven't seen my computer do this in a very long time. I'm stuttering like I'm on dial-up.
Oh man, that's not good at all. So hopefully Todd will be all right. Hoping your PC holds up. Hoping you don't hit your head. No, it's been quite a day for you as well. So we've been busy all afternoon. You and Jack are working all day while I was capturing dinner, I guess you guys would say. But Richard Spar continuing to lead over Grant Wesley. Whatever traffic you got out there. AJ Cruz, how about the run for the 343? Really good opening 2 weeks. He comes in tonight trailing Joey Lamb, teammate at Mud Duck Racing, by 1 single lone point. So AJ Sideways looking to have a great night. Runs 3rd over in turn 3.
Definitely having a good run way up on the top shelf of the speedway. And that's feast or famine right now, Phil. 343, things can happen there as he switches high-low switch there on Grant Wesley. Here through corners 1 and 2 as they enter the back straight away. Here comes AJ Sideways. Looking to the bottom. Can he do anything here through 3?
The wait and see as he'll try to drive it in, gingerly walking it through the corner. Wesley with a good run there, good line through 3 and 4. Grant will hold on. Richard Spar has been the guy to beat this one, starting off the outside pole. He's led throughout, and he this time off of turn number 4 is going to see the 2 to go from the starter stand.
And going to be 2 to go, like you said, Richard Spar. And that number 71 machine definitely out there. Last time by 16.353 to a 16.354. AJ Cruz definitely faster there than the 22. And Wesley, he was able to get by him there momentarily. Grant way down to the bottom through 3 and 4. Tries to get the momentum off the 4th corner. Can't do it. As AJ Cruz solid in that 2nd spot now.
Yep, a white flag is over the speedway, and it's Richard Spar leading the field into turn number 3 and into turn number 4. The checkered flag will go out. Richard Spar will take down the win. Looks like this battle for 2 will go to AJ Cruz. Grant Wesley will grab position 3. Stephen Moore will finish 4th. Shane Kelly will get a top 5. Brad Haldane, Ben Gonzalez, Justin Sick, JD Sass rounding out our 9-car field there for heat race number 1. Before we get to the heat racing for the second and our final qualification of the night, gonna say hey to all you guys out there watching through Facebook Live, and gotta thank who we see out there. Our buddy Adam checking again with more stars, and also Mike Sheffield out there as well. Thank you guys. Stars Donations, they do a lot of great things for us. They help keep us accessible, keep our broadcast rates low. So all you guys out there that have thrown us the stars or may consider throwing us some, we thank you in advance.
I definitely got to thank all of our guys out there too. Robbie Buckner joining us here from Backward Hat Productions. Also Kenneth Blackberg out there, Scott Freddie McGann always out there. He said he could smell the hot dogs and race fuel as we're out there. So he's been a guy that's come out here quite a bit as of late, watching Full Velocity Racing Network and showing the stream out to many, many people out in the Williams Grove area. Ron Piles out there too. Big hello to him, broadcast partner here at Full Velocity Racing Network. Jeff Brown, Mike Ross too. Jack Anderson. Don't want to forget some of these guys, Phil. They come and make our stream really interesting.
They do. They make it lively. They make it a lot of fun, and we couldn't do this without all of those guys out there. So welcome aboard. Hopefully you have a great night. I like the sound there of racing fumes, fuel fumes, and a hot dog, and maybe an ice cold Coke to go down with that one here in a little bit. But we look at the lineup here for heat race number 2. On the pole will be Justin Wells with car number 7. The 4D alongside. Welcome back, Frank Gonzalez, to the outside of the front row. Puntsuiter rolling off second tonight with car number 81. That is Joey Lamb with Ryan Stillwell aboard car number 9 on the outside of row number 2. The 08 from 3D Racing, that is Calvin Herring with the number 073 of Steve Robbins on the outside of the 3rd row. Ray Burnham with the number 66. Kyle Pearson's number 60. Brian Hogue, our old buddy Brian Hogue, in number 14. He rolls off shotgun 9th as we're under green.
The number 7 right now out front, Phil, and yeah, I'm still blipping quite a bit here, so I'm going to have to really get that fixed before tomorrow. But Justin Wells, your race leader, the 4D of Fast Frank Gonzalez running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is that number 9 machine of Ryan Stillwell, and he is pretty much solid there as Gonzalez makes a little bit of contact with the race leader down the back straightaway, and I didn't see anything else that happened there, Phil.
Whoa, Frank go way out of shape after the contact on a little love tap there from Stillwell, the number 9, and Frank may lose another position over here in turn number 1 and 2 as the Joey Lamb's down to the bottom of him. No, it looks like Frank will hold on. Big run for Stillwell up high off the exit of 2. He'll look for running room, but up front, they're all chasing that Justin Wells, number 7, who leads by 5 car lengths in turn 1.
Justin Wells doing a fantastic job right now with Frank Gonzalez running in 2nd. Then here comes Joey Lamb battling it out with a 3rd spot. That's what Stillwell. Stillwell, that number 9 machine, holding on to 3rd. Joey Lamb wants it there in that number 81 machine. He is your current points leader, trying to track his way to the front of this field.
There is, doing a heck of a job. And what I'm learning, Todd, here from the administration, race control, our buddy Chris Carmen, while we get to the feature, the top 6 of the heats will be in, or the qualifiers, top 6 qualifiers will be inverted. So if you win your heat, you may start in that 3rd row. So if you finish 3rd, there's a good chance you may start the feature event on the pole, and that's where Joey Lamb sits right now, and that may not be a bad spot for feature time.
No, definitely not going to be a bad spot. Is that number 7 machine still holding on, but Joey Lamb right now running 4th. You're saying top 6, Phil. So Joey Lamb has to get to 3rd in order to start on that pole. So he's got to get around the number 9 machine. As they come down the back straightaway, Stillwell right now holding on to the 3rd spot. That would put him on the outside pole, I do believe there, Phil. But the 81 of Joey Lamb right now trying to track him down, trying to get around him here with 3 to go.
Now, Phil can't obviously math, so 3 times 2 would be 6. Not 4. I don't have the work. I've tried Common Core. It does not work. I was trying. I couldn't tell you how I got to that hypothesis there, but I guess we'll figure it out as we put 9 laps now going up to the board next time around. Justin Wells leading. Frank Gonzalez at number 4 has run him down a little bit, Todd. It was 5 or 6 car lengths. It's down to about 2, and he may be looking for more. Frank Gonzalez, the 4D on the move.
Yeah, Frank Gonzalez definitely doing a fantastic job here, Phil, as he coming across the start-finish line with 2 more laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air, and then yellow flag comes out. Overheat race number 2, so the first yellow flag, the first Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the evening.
It's first yellow we've called here in a couple of nights. Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 1 finding us here as we were approaching 2 to go in our heat racing action here. 10 laps in, but we'll get 1 of 3 green-white checker attempts, so they got 6 minutes to get this done, so they're going to run out of time here because they're approaching the 5-minute mark. So as we look at it, Justin Wells leading Frank Gonzalez, Ryan Stillwell, Kyle Pearson now up to 4th, Ray Berna, Calvin Herring, Joey Lamb, Steve Robbins, and Brian Hogue rounding out our 9-car field. Hogue many a laps down, but looks like the contact may have come from the Robbins 73 and maybe the possibility the 81 of Joey Lamb involved because he got dropped to the field.
And Joey Lamb out of a qualifying spot inside the top 4, Phil. That's huge right now for that points leader. Is Joey Lamb in that number 81 machine. Definitely a tough break for him. Watching Kyle Pearson in the final transfer spot now. Calvin Herring outside there too in that 6th spot in that 08 machine. So definitely going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out, Phil.
Absolutely will. We'll see if we can't run through here in a quick minute because, you know, I'm watching that countdown clock. It's approaching 5:40, so I don't know do math really well as we document it, but it feels like we've got about 15 seconds left, so I'm not sure we're going to go back to green flag racing here. They're going to have to get it done quick. I don't think they have enough time.
Gonna have to see if there's going to be enough time here in the time limit for the heat races. Like you said, 6 minutes. I can't see the clock myself, Phil, but well, he's saying 1:45, so we might have a little bit more time to get this one in.
My eclipse time right now says 6:07 and counting, so what do I know? I'm just an announcer. Don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. Don't confront me because I'll tell you where you can go and stick it. But I don't know. I do know Justin Wells strength. We are going to take the green white checker attempt. Let's get it done.
Yeah, it is Justin Wells leading the charge down to turn number 1. Fast Frank Gonzalez aboard the 4D under heavy pressure from Stillwell. Stillwell down to the bottom side. Oh, way up the track, and we got one off the track. Kyle Pearson, but he comes back on the track, holding on to that 4th spot.
Yeah, that was quite a ride there for the 60, doing a heck of a job as we got the white flag on the speedway. One more trip around. Who is going to hold on to this one? They're Stillwell and Gonzalez running, what is that, 2nd and 3rd, but it's Justin Wells off turn number 3 and 4. He will see a checkered flag picking up the win in Heat 2.
Ryan Stillwell going to finish up 2nd. Frank Gonzalez in 4th. 3rd, excuse me. 4th will be Kyle Pearson. The rest will have to go to Constellation Eventsville.
Yes, they certainly will.
No, they
that
won't. Right to the
or will they? No, we're going to go right to the A. We're skipping right through the soup. It appears as still hasn't, whatever reason you guys have cooler widgets than I got that skip it on right through. I'm still waiting for it to tell me. Oh, there we go. We are going feature racing, so it looks like it's time, Todd, for where we got 75 laps out here. Top 6 are being inverted from qualifying, so let's take a shot here. We got 20 on the grid, so we're going to get 19, I believe, 18 or 19. Let's take a shot at our starting lineup.
Starting on the pole will be Fast Frank Gonzalez aboard the number 4D machine. His dance brother outside driving the number 22. That would be Grant Wesley.
Car number 2 aboard car number 9 will be Ryan Stillwell, the 343 alongside. So Mud Duck Racing, sideways, AJ Cruz.
Justin Wells aboard the number 7 machine rolls off in position number 5 in the 71. And Richard Spar in position number 6.
Bulletproof Motorsports brings us a driver of car number 73. That is Stephen Moore with car number 60 alongside of Kyle Pearson.
Driver of the number 7, that will be Showtime Shane Kelly rolling off in position number 9. And rolling off 10th will be Raymond Berna aboard the number 66.
Car number 113 scheduled to roll off next. That is Brad Haldane with the number 073 of Steve Robbins rolling off 12th.
Rolling off 13th will be the 214 of Benjamin Gonzalez. And outside him, the number 81. That is the current points leader right now, Joey Lamb.
3D Racing Row making up here row number, or was it 8 there? The car number 17 is Justin Sick, and alongside with car number 08, Calvin Herring rolling off 16th.
Last row on the field, driving the 022 machine. That is J.D. Sass, and outside of him, driving the number 14. That's Brian Hogue.
That should do it here for our field. I don't believe Brian Order was out on the speedway with us. I believe Chris Carmen's doing administration. So I believe we've got 2 admins out there tonight. So an 18-car field, 75 laps around, and we are really happy you guys have decided to tune in here on a Saturday night and hang out with the guys in the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to have a lot of fun here. 75 laps around the 4/10 mile. This should probably go by pretty quickly if we get a lot of clean and green flag racing. What I'm hearing from Chris and the gang is they've been doing a lot of that, so we can expect a lot of good stuff here in the next 75 circuits around. They are in turn number 3 and 4, and I believe, Todd, we're getting ready to go some green flag racing.
As I flag, green flag comes out over the field here at Learnerville Speedway, and already 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Wells already jumped down to the bottom there rather quickly there, Phil, trying to make up some spots, and that number 7 machine does not do so. Into the back straightaways, fast break Gonzalez, and we have a yellow flag. Hard Motorsports yellow flag over the field.
Hard Ass Racing brings us our first Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag, number 1 of the evening, and it happens right off the exit of turn number 2 as we look at a few cars that may have come together and gone around, and we'll get a look there, our very first J-Max Journeys Full Velocity instant replay of the night, and I believe it's going to be the 08 of Calvin Herring, who may have got a piece, the 81 of Joey Lamb, and I believe Showtime, Shane Kelly, 3 cars, possibly more, involved over there in 1 and 2.
Don't get a chance to look at it, Phil, working on the system here for myself, but I know Jack was able to show it out there to all the viewers. Apologize for some of my technical difficulties. Looks like I'm going to be able to stay the whole time of this one. Got moved back to 9:30, Phil, so I should be all right.
Oh, well, hey, that's pretty good. See, I see. Okay, it was a 113 of Haldane into the side of the 73 of Stephen Moore that kind of started this thing working. And Shane Kelly in the number 7, he took a little off-track excursion as well. So we're going to get an EOLL to Brad Haldane out there aboard. What is it, the 113? Yes, 113, Brad Haldane. He'll go to the rear field. He'll get the end of the longest line penalty for bringing out the yellow flag, but we'll parade around here under yellow. Frank Gonzalez leading Grant Wesley, Ryan Stillwell, AJ Cruz, and Richard Spar. I'll tell you what, Todd, I really looked the way that number 71 looked in the heat. Started on the outside pole, made a big move on Grant Wesley in the first turn and drove away. My early indications here, things stay the same. We know Richard Spar knows how to get around in these pro lakes. I think he's going to be one of the heavyweights to watch here this evening.
Definitely Richard Spar, definitely fast aboard that number 71 machine. Looks like I finally got things ironed out a little bit, Phil. My memory was up to 92%, and there's something called photos on my screen underneath the apps. I got to figure out what that is. I think something started randomly on me here.
All right, well, I hope it didn't have to do with, like, throwing memes out there to certain people. I don't know. Maybe that'll do it.
I wonder. Maybe I'm getting it given back to me the karma way.
I hope it's a soft drink. That's all I'm going to say about that one. As we go back to the iRacingOnFlag.com, green flag up in the air. Frank Gonzalez will lead. Grant Wesley, a single file start out of the third one.
And Grant Wesley right now to the top shot of the speedway. Here comes that number 9 machine down to the bottom. Definitely. Oh, Grant Wesley gets sideways, and around he goes in front of the field here.
He's got
him up 3 and 4.
And there's a yellow flag, so that had to come out there. It was a little bit of help to the back of a 22. Got a couple of different shots there. The first one came from Stillwell in the 9, and I believe it was AJ Cruz who may have gave him the kill shot there to finally send that car all the way around. Hard Ass Racing, second Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the evening, and unfortunately it was Grant Wesley, a guy who showed really good in practice, ran really good in his heat, qualified up front here tonight, and unfortunately gets sent around. He got a couple of taps over there. I don't know what Grant did to get anybody angry, but there was a couple of cars that just kind of sent him just scurrying.
Grant Wesley, that's unfortunate. He got a little bit of taps there, got completely sideways, and I believe AJ Cruz was the one to finish him off, unfortunately. He was already sideways by the time Cruz got to him there, Phil. So no real fault of Cruz, but definitely Wesley having a good run. It's kind of extinguished right now. Going to have to come from the tail end here.
I think I have a Steve Robbins who took a pretty good off-track excursion there as well, the 073, as he made an evasive maneuver to try to miss that one there. So they happen quick over here at the Learnerville Speedway. No walls, they got no place to go but just run off the track, and that makes things a lot of fun. And really interesting. And my favorite part of all, Todd, there's no wall riding. I love this racetrack because I can't stand the wall riding. It feels too arcadish.
There's definitely cushion riding though, at least. But yeah,
Yes.
I definitely agree with you. Sometimes they're riding the wall here. They can ride up next to it, but there's a fine line. Make mistakes, go over the embankment. Off of 4 is rather tricky too, Phil. That wall comes up on you rather quick too. I've seen some guys hit that wall in some of the broadcasts we've done here in Learnerville. I mean, like UDRA tomorrow. We'll be doing the same thing here at Learnerville, watching the late models go around and around, and definitely seen some of those top-notch guys that run in the pros even come off this track. So it's definitely one of those tracks that's really tough to tame as of right now. But the iRacing I flag, green flag back out, and as been coined by Robbie Buckner, he calls him the Joker, Phil, the 4D, Frank Gonzalez.
The Joker. All right. Well, call him Fast Frank, but yeah, he's the Joker, all right. He leads the field down on turn number 3. Here comes Richard Spar. He has thrown his elbows through there. He's down to the bottom. About time we hit turn number 1, we may have a new race leader. Spar versus Gonzalez over in turn 1.
Yeah, but Spar right now has to back off just a tad bit as he's running in that second spot. Here comes the 9. Here comes the number 60 up through the field. 60 doing a fantastic job there of Kyle Pearson. 4 wide off of turn number 4.
Wow.
Look at Grant Wesley. He was way down to the bottom. He backed out of it. He thought better of it as they went down into turn number 1. The number 9 machine right there knocking on the door still well. It is Pearson, and the 7 not going away as well either.
That is a good race back there, but I'm really glad they let off where they did. 4 wide off of 4. I did not think that was going to work too well over in 1, but hey, there's no wall there. You never know what they can do. They're really making it happen, and so far so good. How about the run for Kyle Pearson? That 60 car, as you said, he's rolled himself all the way up there through the middle, up into the top 5 now, doing one heck of a job. He runs 3rd. It's Frank Gonzalez leading the field this time off 2.
And Gonzalez still leads. Here comes Spar down to the bottom, challenging him off of 2 down the back straightaway. Great side-by-side battle that continues down to 3. Here comes the slider from Spar. Spar puts it up, high-low switch, and Pearson goes off the track over there in 4. Yellow flag going to come out.
Yeah, you see it happen right there. The 60 of Kyle Pearson got really wide and exited stage right off the wall. And unfortunately, it looks like that's going to bring out our 3rd yellow flag of the evening and probably make a really quick replay for Jack to go back and show here, presented by jmaxstrong.com. So I believe that was all that happened. I don't know if Kyle had help going off the track or whatever the heck had. Just saw the car just go take a deep go, and I think he just kind of got overzealous going off the corner.
And he pushed up the track there, came to a complete stop, enough to bring out the yellow flag there. You call them phantom. When you get a flat tire, Phil, you ever notice at the local dirt track, you get a flat tire, right rear, left rear, it doesn't matter. They stop on the track just to draw that caution out. That was almost what that felt like.
Yeah, well, they have ways to counter that up here in pavement country where I live. They penalize a lot from the guy when they spin out and they do a little burp and then shut the engine off, like, oh, can't fire, and they make the push truck come, and all of a sudden, look, the car starts when the yellow comes out. Magical. Well, they penalize them a lap up here. That's deterred a lot of that. So I don't know if they do that in the dirt tracks. I know it's really tough, and the tires really, especially on that left rear tire, they really do run low on air pressure. But I think we've seen it all from both angles.
It definitely is. Robbie out there saying he's called him the Joker or the Joker's card. He's watched him race for quite a while. Robbie Buckner, like I said, Backward Hat Productions in the house here tonight. Thank you, Robbie, for coming out and enjoying our stream here tonight. I know how it feels going into other streams and listening to others announce, and you get to kick back a little bit. But 10,000 more stars, Phil. 10,000 more stars here for the month of January to hit our goal. We're only 10,000 stars short, so definitely we're well on our way. Star donations, folks, go a long way to help us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network.
They absolutely do. We appreciate all the help you give us here night after night, week after week. It's because of you guys that makes this great for us. Off turn number 4, we go back under the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag, Richard Spar going to lead the way. Justin Wells, he's going to thought the B-line down to the low side. He's looking for 2 under the Joker over in 3.
Yeah, the number 7 of Wells now moves up and slides right up in front of Gonzalez there. As Gonzalez now slipped up the track, now falls victim to the 22 of J.D. Sass. Look where he came from, way towards the back of the number 22 machine. But here comes Gonzalez back, lays a little bit of a fender to him there. Down the back straight away to turn number 3. Gonzalez, Sass gets a little bit tight, but Gonzalez back to 3rd.
That Sass move up the hill, that may open the door for the likes of Grant Wesley's number 22, and Fedina Stillwell right there behind. Thought they may both have a run on the 22, but I guess not. JD gathers it back up. He'll look back to the bottom, running in position number 3, but you look up front, so far so good. Richard Spar driving away. He's got almost a half second there over Justin Wells at number 7, who's looks like maybe the fastest car on the racetrack as we speak.
And Justin Wells last time by 16.527 to the leader Richard Spar 16.562. So definitely a little bit faster, but Wells a little bit slower last time by too, Phil. So it's exchanging just a tad bit. I think it's where you're hitting your mark. You can see Spar slingshotted off the corner there. And that number 71 machine just has a lot of forward bite up on the top shelf of the speedway, where Wells is trying to find something different to try to get around him.
Now, we're out here in the Pro Late models, so that obviously a little lower power than the Super Late models, as we know. And out here at fixed setups as well. And I've been told that Pro Lates with a fixed setup tracks like this are kind of really typically, you know, I guess I say easier to drive than say with the lower power. But when you're out there with a fixed setup, everybody on the same playing even keel. I mean, is that more now on the driver's hands, the best drivers coming to the front, or what can they do to adapt to maybe put themselves, you know, over the rest of the competition?
Kind of like just throwing yourself into an IROC car, Phil. It's like that. Definitely practice does prevail you here in this dirt when it's a fixed setup. If you've had a lot of practice, it depends on the setup though. If it's a stock game setup or if somebody made the setup, Phil, obviously the setup guy is going to have the advantage over that. But if it's a stock game setup and you got to practice on it and practice all the different quirks that you can learn, you can change your steering a little bit on the setup. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much all driver.
I'd have to think so ourselves, and I think we both come from fixed setup background, so I think we kind of know how that kind of all works as well. So it was fun to know, because, you know, I don't do a lot of this on the dirt, and never really about taking many laps out there to Pro Late. Never really got the gumption to do that, but thank God we got Todd out there for the insight tonight. We look around here now, what are we putting 30 laps on the board next time around? Richard Spar leads over Justin Wells, who's running down to about a little less than 0.2 of a second. Frank Gonzalez back in third. JD Sasson. Ryan Stillwell's done a great job, but he's got the points leader ripping right down his neck, and that's the 81 of Joey Lamb. He's looking low off of 4.
So Lamb moves into the fifth spot. Meanwhile, change for the race leader, number 7 of Justin Wells. Now your new race leader as he got around Richard Spar. And then number 71 machine down the back straightaway. So Wells definitely has been faster lap after lap after lap, Phil. And now he is your race leader.
That car is digging as well. He's got that thing glued up high and runs it down low. I mean, really, you watch him, it's a really different little line than I would expect anybody to run here at Learnerville. Really dives the car, you know, high into the turn, and then motors on it, comes off low. That's a way to get some bite, I would think.
Yeah, definitely a way to get some bite. It's definitely working for the number 7 of Wells. Katie out there, 150 stars, 3-week streak for Katie. Trying to catch Jeff Brown. I'm going to tell you, she's trying to catch Jeff Brown in his star donation streak. As of right now, she's got the longer streak. Jeff's got the more stars. Katie definitely closing the gap though.
We thank Katie for that. If you haven't checked out all the great work she does, check her out over at the Pit Pass. And been doing a lot of broadcasting with our buddy Robbie over the Backwards Hat, you know, also as well. So thank Katie for her stars and her contributions here to the network as we're continuing to have a great race for the lead going on. Spar down to the outside of Justin Wells. We're door-to-door off of 2, and Richard Spar goes back to the top.
Yeah, it looks like Raging Ron is Richard Spar back to the top shelf of the speedway. Going to take back over the lead. And now the number 7 running in that second spot. And it looks like Raging Ron out there, Phil, under the Full Velocity Network name. Oh, somebody off the track over there. Raging Ron, 1,000 stars.
1,000 stars for Raging Ron. Love it. Thank you, Ron. And that car off the track was that the 08 of Calvin Herring? Somebody took a beeline way off, and I think it may have been Calvin. I may be wrong, but it was right in front of the race leader. I think he just pulled over trying to get out of the way, and they did have a rule here, Todd. Lap cars did have to make a beeline to get out of the way. I don't know how much we agree with that. I've always been the assumption that lap cars matter. We have rights to the racetrack as well, but maybe not so much.
No, I've always been one that lap car holds your line, especially when I've been the leader of some of these races here at the local track. I'd rather have the lap car hold their line than to get out of my way, because maybe it's getting out of their way, or getting out of my way is going into my line. I don't want them down there. So definitely, if you're watching lap after lap, you know where you're pretty much going to have to throw your car. I question that sometimes, but again, that's probably why I'm in the announcer's booth, Phil, and
Yes.
I'm still not on the racetrack either.
No, you haven't got back racing it either. we both don't race. We do this a lot though. We're here about night after night. We're pretty happy to do that as well as we rock and roll here. I think we've got past halfway. 40 laps of 75 on the board. So far, so good. A great race. We saw Richard Spar lose the lead here a little bit ago to Justin Wells, but once he's maintained back to the lead, he has motored away to well over 1 second there off of 2.
I think Spar a little pissed off and able to take that rage and get by the number 7 of Justin Wells, and he's driving away. Joey Lamb now up to the 3rd spot, the points leader in that number 81. But guess what, Phil? Yellow flag going to come out over the field. Our Motorsports yellow flag here, and it's definitely going to restack and repack the field. It's going to be a little bit of a game changer here on lap 42.
Sure is. Going to slow the field back down, evaporate that big lead that Richard Spar had, and maybe even Justin Wells, because the two of them had put 4 seconds over the rest of the field, including Joey Lamb and Frank Gonzalez. Ryan Stillwell currently our top 5, but yellow flag around the Learnerville Speedway as we take a quick look-see and go back and see what the heck happened here. Was that? So that would be wrong here. Was Justin Sick involved in something? No, I don't think that was him. 22 of JD Sass got involved in something.
Oh, yeah. So the 22 and the 9, JD Sass. The number 9 of still gets into the side of the 22. And the other 22, Grant Wesley, gets into the 22 and sends JD Sass up and over the embankment over there. And 3 and 4. Gets it back going, but he went for a whale of a ride, as it, like Jack said here. Definitely over the embankment, went for a ride, and gonna have to be the tail in the field. That's gonna be tough for JD Sass. He was coming through the field pretty good, quick.
In a pretty dang good car. That's unfortunate for the 22. Gonna have to go to the back of the line. There's a pair of 22s involved in that one right there. Tough break for both of those gentlemen.
Play those numbers.
Hey, it works. Can
Double
you play?
deuce.
Can you play 2 double deuces?
You can play win 4. You can play four twos.
4 twos. I like that. That's a good idea.
It may win something. Play those numbers. You're hearing
All
it first on Full Velocity Racing Network. If we win you a ton of money, make sure you don't forget us.
That's right. And if you play 4 twos and you lose, it's not our fault.
Nope. And Jeff Brown with a 1,000-star 2-week streak still going on. Not sure why it hasn't changed to 3-week yet, but the iRacing flag, green flag comes back out.
Green flag back in the air. Richard Spar, Justin Wells, Joey Lamb, Frank Gonzalez now sideways. AJ Cruz, the 343 up into the top 5, looking to maybe run down the likes of Joey Lamb as far as possibly our points leader. But what I'm understanding here and getting out through Chris Carter was out there in chat, they're going to take with 10 races left or 12 races left, the best 10 races go to the championship. So that's something a little bit different. 2 drop races. I've never really understood how drop races work and how the points work with them, but I guess we'll do the best here the next couple of months to update the workings of it.
And just for Katie, Jeff Brown with another 1,000-star. So he's padding his lead now
Wow.
to beat up on poor Katie, who needs a Coke real bad.
You are cruising. I'm telling you what, you are cruising. And I don't want to be there when she finds it because it's going to be ugly. But right now, not ugly at all for Richard Spar's number 71. Justin Wells, Joey Lamb is, you guys are killing me out there. Grant Wesley's number 88. Todd, he is rebounded back into the top 5, or 88, 22 of Grant Wesley, I should say. He's back into the top 5 and doing a really good job at Chris Carmen's car. And he's trying to run down the back of the 4D of Frank Gonzalez down the back chute.
Yeah, watch into the 4D as they come down the back straight away. Yeah, just trying to laughing behind the scenes. A lot of things going on here, but Frank Gonzalez definitely trying to do something as the 81. Joey Lamb right now holding on to that 3rd spot. Gonzalez trying to track him down. Grant Wesley running in that 5th spot, so he's inside the top 5 once again. But Grant has had a bad night here. He's been to the back a couple different times, having to work his way back up to the 5th spot. AJ Cruz right there, knocking at his door in that 343.
Doing a really good job is old AJ sideways, looking to the low side of Grant Wesley off the exit of turn number 2. And Grant's trying that cushion and is running it really well. Get a big run off of 2. Going to hold on to that spot over to 3 and 4. So let's just kind of leave that where it is. Maybe take a peek back up to the top of the leaderboard. Richard Spar has begun to distance himself away again from Justin Wells. Justin Wells, though, not comfortably in second yet. He's got Joey Lamb stalking him there. Nose to tail off of 4.
Yeah, those guys are running pretty much identical lap times there, Phil, with Justin Wells being a tick quicker than both those guys, but Joey Lamb looking to the bottom there, trying to make something happen. Again, if you want to get around the guys, it seems like common sense, but you've got to run where the leader is not, or the guy in front of you is not. You got to find something different that the guy don't have.
Oh, you really do. And I got to give my nightly shout out because my alert just went off. Hey, Andy Margo, how the heck are you all, buddy? Is get my nightly distraction from Andy. One day I'll tell you what that's all about with these distractions. But we have our 5th yellow flag of the evening out there. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway as we've hit 56 laps. So now with under 20 laps remaining here in regulation, we slow it back down and we'll take another look here at a full velocity instant replay brought to you by J-Max Journeys. And let's see what in the heck happened here. Was this Kyle Pearson in the number 60 that had something going foul?
I don't believe it was, Phil. It could be.
Okay.
But I see the Y2. What happens is he's coming off of pit road, and he stops right there at the exit of pit road.
Oh, no.
And brings out a yellow flag. That's the
Okay.
only thing I see out there. So
Okay.
3 laps down, and stops at the end of pit road.
Interesting. That was, I believe, what, Ben Gonzalez in the 214 or the number 2 out there bringing out the yellow flag. So Y2. Y2. So Ben Gonzalez bring out the yellow. So 3 laps down. It's kind of weird, but you ever just get confused getting off pit road? I do it all the time. It's a lot harder than what you guys make it look. I mean, you guys make it look easy. Navigating our way out of the pit lane, it's definitely a place like Learnerville, Todd. It's not as easy as it looks.
No, definitely not easy, and you can actually launch it coming off of pit road. The pace truck does it each and every time.
I would totally yeet it, just like that, completely. Just launch it, let it ride. Yeah, I did, kids. I did say yeet.
Jeff Brown, 235 more stars just because
My
he cares
goodness.
deeply.
He cares really deeply. We love Jeff over at iRacingIFlag.com.
And it runs deep.
It does. It runs really deep as well. Don't want to see the hotel tab we just racked up on him here tonight in Learnerville. And I think he was meeting us at the bar after, so possibly. We'll wait and see.
Definitely wait and see. That's how we get ready.
I thought we were talking about ice cream floats.
I don't know about that.
Root beer floats?
Rum and Coke sounds good right now. Rum and Coke.
Oh, okay. That does sound pretty good. So let's not get off tangent. We're a professional broadcast entity, Todd. We're not supposed to over here picking on our poor friends or making enemies or having a good time. Let's go back to racing here. iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. 60 laps going on the board. Richard Spar will lead the way off of turn 2.
Yeah, the 7 of Wells running in that second spot as he dips up to the top side. I should say dips. He drove up to the top side. It is Wells in the number 7 machine. Joey Lamb running in third. Is Grant Wesley battling it out for 4th with the fast Frank Gonzalez or the Joker in that 4D machine running in that 4th spot. So definitely doing a fantastic job, able to hang around with these guys, Phil. But Richard Spar trying to drive off into the sunset here. Going to get 14 more laps to go at the line.
Nobody going to be more surprised than I if Richard Spar takes down the win. As watching in the opening practice and watching him through qualifying in his heat race, I really thought that car had the best look of it. And maybe being the most in the racetrack with the most speed out there, him doing a really good job leading Justin Wells. Joey Lamb there running in third as we're going back under the yellow flag again. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway. 62 laps in. We'll toss the hanky back in the air and we'll slow the field back down and take an old look here. The full velocity instant replay and see what in the world, Todd. Why are we under yellow this time?
We're going to take a look. We're going to see what happens. It looks like Justin Sick.
Oh, no.
Him and the 66 get together. Justin Sick over the embankment. Tries to get it back going, and it gets clobbered by Pearson. Pearson goes flying off the embankment. Justin Sick does too. They're down over the embankment. Not sure... Kyle Pearson went for a ride over there, I'm going to tell you. He's out in the trees. He was trying to drive out in the trees. He liked the scenery out there, Phil.
Trees. Trees are bad. I don't know if you want to hit a tree in a race car.
Maybe there's some maples out there. You wanted to see what kind of logging adventure you could get into.
Okay, there's something going on in that one, and I'm not going to walk completely to the joke. So we'll wait and see as we roll around here. Continuing under yellow, 65 laps going on the board. So we're going to be under 10 laps remaining. And the way this one feels, Todd, I just have this overwhelming feeling that there's a possibility, and I think a probability now, that we may see overtime here tonight. It's my prediction.
You definitely might see some overtime here. David Day out there in the chat box too, watching everything that's going on here. I'm hoping we don't see overtime, Phil. I'd like to see green flag the rest of the way here. I'm on a time constraint here, and I thought I was going to be able to do this whole race with you, but it's looking rather slim right now.
Don't leave me now. We're almost there, Todd. Hold my hand for a little bit longer. I swear we can make it. I swear. As the lights go out.
Me, loose wheel.
Yeah. We start singing, then we're gonna lose. We'll take the rest of the viewership we got. Maybe if Robbie gets on a backwards hat later on, maybe we'll go singing over there at some point. Maybe Katie will come sing with us. Katie's always in a good mood, I think. We'll wait and see. Richard Spar, Justin Wells, Joey Lamb, Frank Gonzalez, Sideways, AJ Cruz. Our top 5 as we go back under the green flag.
As the number 71 Richard Spar leads them here. The 7 of Wells running in that second spot. Third is Joey Lamb. Lamb looked to the bottom there momentarily. Then you have Fast Frank running in fourth in that 4D machine. He dives it down to the bottom, trying to get around Lamb. Can't get anything happen. AJ Cruz to the outside. Motors by into that 4th spot.
That was a good move there for the 40. Back up to that 4th spot. They run really good for 4th there, but we're going to slow it back down again. Yellow. I said my prediction, I feel like we may see some overtime coming, and they're going to catch back up to the pace truck here. 69 laps in, and we slow back down again. Been a lot of start stuff here tonight. Been a lot of crawling around, and hopefully not some hurt feelings by the end of this one. But it looks like the 073 of Steve Robbins went around. The question is, did Steve have any help?
And I don't know the answer to that, Phil. We'll have to go down to the trailer and figure out if we have an answer. Maybe Jack will let us know if he has no.
Not a sight. As you look out there, Todd, if you want to go on a logging adventure after, Andy says we go down past the tree. There's a stream back there.
Is there a beach back there too?
I don't know if there's a beach. Andy, we got a beach out there. The 08 of Kelvin Herring had a hand in this one as well, getting into the 073 of Steve Robbins. So Steve went around. Unfortunately, looks like Steve going to the rear. Calvin looks like may also be as well. So tough break for the guys late.
Stream.
We're going what hunting?
Crawdad.
Crayfish.
So. Crayfish.
Okay, we can try that. That'd be a first for me.
You lift up rocks and hopefully you can get them. That'd be quick.
Yeah, okay. Bill's quick at a lot of things, but that may not be one of them. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know.
It's fun.
I don't really
Never
know.
had craw dogs, Phil?
Nope, never.
Missing out.
I guess so. And I was going to try to give some love to some of the sponsors and programs got going on over here at the Outlaw Dirt Series tonight. The Wild, the West Pro Late Model Series here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Getting down to the waning laps. We're under 5 laps remaining. And I believe this time, are we going green out of 3 and 4? No, we're not. Oh, we were there for a second. The cars were kind of accelerating through 3.
Yeah, the lights are extinguished now this time, Phil, in iRacing.com. A Chevy Silverado pace truck. So we're going to go green flag racing this time around. We're already on the back straightaway, so just try to keep you up. Try to keep up, Phil.
All right, well, I'll clean off the glasses better this time, but I was pretty sure those cars toward like 10th back were accelerating over the 3rd turn. I really got confused because I did really think for a second that the pace truck had pulled off, but he is in now. We'll go back under the green flag here. 72 laps complete. Richard Spar leads the way off 2.
Yeah, Richard Spar. Then you got Justin Wells, who's already fell back into the clutches of Lamb. Lamb keeps looking to the bottom there, and then number 81 machine Spar now drives off into turn number 3. Popsicle stick's going to come up in the air. 2 to go at the Learnerville Speedway as the number 7 of Wells trying to track down Spar. Lamb right there knocking on the door too, Phil. He's not going to go away without a fight.
No, he's not. Joey Lamb going to try underneath Justin Wells over in turn number 3 and 4. Richard Spar going to lead the way. He will see the white flag off the corner. One more time around for car number 71.
Richard Spar down into turn number 1 for the final time off of turn number 2. Will's going to try everything he can to throw at him, including that kitchen sink as they enter the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. Wells drives it as deep as he can. Not going to be had. Spar going to take down the victory in the number 71 machine. Second going to go to Wells. Lamb for 3. AJ Cruz for the 4th spot. Grant Wesley going to finish up 5th. Showtime Shane Kelly. Ryan Stillwell. JD Sassy. Kyle Pearson and Stephen Moore round out your top 10.
Calvin Herring rebounds back to finish up 11th. Ray Berner for 12th. Steve Robbins 13th. Justin Sick 14th. Frank Gonzalez, who was running really good early, Unfortunately, Frank will finish up 3 laps down. He'll finish up 15th. 16th goes to Ben Gonzalez, Brian Hogue, 17th, and Brad Haldane will finish up 18th tonight here for the Learnerville Speedway. Tonight's big winner is Richard Sparr. We will talk to him and the remainder of our top 3 hopefully next on the post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. We'll hopefully get these guys screened away and come right back at you here live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live in your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show brought to you by BladeNode.com. The Learnerville Speedway round number 3 concluding for the Wild West Pro Late Model Dirt Money Series over here by the Outlaw Dirt Series. Cool to have these guys out aboard on Saturday nights, and great event here tonight. Richard Sparr picking up the win. Second goes to Justin Wells, who don't see over here quite yet past the scale. So we'll walk down to our third place finisher tonight aboard the Mud Duck Racing car number 81. That'll be our old friend Joey Lamb. Joey, buddy, good to see you once again. A third place runner. Not about any racing here for that car. Tell us about your run around here. Cool little racetrack.
Oh yeah, man, it's an awesome track. Definitely love it. It's definitely different without all these walls, but it was awesome.
And
Kind of messed up in the heat, but we made up for it in the main, I guess.
oh, you certainly did. I got to say, with no walls out there, I mean, something you guys completely had to learn differently from running out there to all these track with walls around forever. How much of a learning curve was that here right away, learning how to run up there with the cushion and not have that wall to maybe catch you if you went too far?
It took a couple thousand laps. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's really all about rhythm and making it slide. My son in the background, he loves watching y'all, so especially when I'm racing.
We love that too. We love watching you race as well, Joey. A terrific night. Came in as the series points leader. You had AJ there just stalking you in the point standings. He finished up right behind you. So I guess the best way to hold on to the points is to beat all the guys that are behind you chasing you.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way it works. Like I said, it started off a little rough. I mean, it slid off in the heat race. Just got a little too high, a little too racy. I wasn't patient enough, and but we made up for it. And I think I got the hard charger too. So
I believe you did as I look on the sheet. 14th to 3rd. That will give you the hard charger this week, I believe, there, if I'm doing my math right. So, yeah, that's getting good. Great job as always, buddy. That Mud Duck number 81. Let me give you the mic one more time, as we always do here at Full Velocity Racing Network. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. And I know there's a bunch of great teammates and sponsors, Joey, that help you make that car go fast every night.
yep. First off, I gotta thank the Outlaw Dirt Series for putting this on. You, Bill, and Jeff, y'all do an amazing job on Full Velocity TV. Thanks to all the fans across all the networks watching. Gotta give a shout out to my sponsors: TNA Trucking, the Jerky Dudes, Hanover Record Service, Gordon and Wayne Restoration, and my paint guy, Mr. Charlie Milliner from M&M Designs, I believe. So,
Gotcha. Oh, he's a good dude. Does all our graphic work for us as well. Yeah, Joey, great to catch up with you here, man. Oh, he's fantastic. One of the best out there. But it is so good to see you and hear your voice again, brother. I'm looking forward to coming back here and cover these Saturday nights here for a little while. I'm sure we'll do this again. Good to talk to you.
yes, sir. How we going?
All right, Joey Lamb aboard car number 81. He'll finish up tonight in the third spot as we walk down here.
User was moved
Somebody
out of
else
your
just
channel.
wheeled in here. Wheelerville Warrior. I'm going to take a stab at this one. I'm not exactly sure. It could be.
User was moved
Let's
to your
try
channel.
that button. I got somebody in here. The Wheelville Warrior. I'm going to believe this will be car number 7 of Justin Wells. Justin, if it is a great job tonight, man, on that 7 machine. Finishing up second for a little while. I thought you were faster than Spar up front, but I guess you made a liar out of us all. But you got to be happy with a second place tonight.
Oh, I'm real happy. Richard's a good teammate of mine, and he kind of gave me some room there, and we just tried different lines there and just kind of talked while we was racing there. So, I mean, that was awesome teamwork by him, and then I let him get back by because, I mean, he deserved that spot. He got it fair and square, so he's just being a good teammate there.
That's really cool of you guys to do. And it's tough racing out here at Learnerville. I mean, it's a 4/10 mile. It's really fast. It's wide at most junctions, but you come out here in these big, wide, pro late models, swing them around with a fixed setup. Things are happening to get close. And the racetrack, as Joey said, was a little bit slick tonight. So you guys really had your hands full.
Oh, big time. I mean, you had to have a lot of throttle control and be very patient. That high side was very tricky, and Richard did an awesome job over in 3 and 4 on the high side. I mean, you couldn't even ask for better for what he did. Now, 1 and 2 is very, very tricky, and Joey's coming, and I mean, that was really good racing.
And talk about these late race restarts as well. We did see our fair share of caution here at Learnerville tonight. You were started up front all night long, stayed up there, but you had to start 5th. How much of a premium were these restarts to get your positions as potentially as fast as you could?
Oh, like I've always been told, that is the biggest for racing. You can lose more spots or gain more spots on a restart. So if you're not on your restarts, it'll be hard to ever win a race.
You're absolutely right about that one. You're getting pretty close there. A second place finish tonight, Justin. I'm really glad you came over to TeamSpeak and talked to us, dude. We're here on the Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I said you got a couple of great teammates with you and a lot of great sponsors behind your team as well. So let me give you the mic one more time, and you salute all those guys to help you make this car go fast.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate Midwest Sheet Metal, Richard Spar, JD Sass. I mean, we're always talking about what we need to do. I mean, it's just a team effort, and it's just awesome to be in this team.
I agree, and it's always great to see a bunch of teammates come out and run really good here this evening. And there's our second place finisher, car number 7, Justin Wells. Great job by him, and great to talk to you, man. Good to meet you. And, let's do this again.
All right, let's make it a plan.
I like it. All right, we'll let him get down to it, and we'll take a skip and a jump down here over the wall, and we'll make our way into BladeNo.com victory lane. And another guy, I haven't seen a lot of these guys in Mud Duck Racing, a lot of these guys in quite a while, as we see car number 71, Richard. So we walk our way down here to the driver. Richard, one hell of a job tonight, buddy. This car was hooked up. I said early, I watched you in practice, I watched you in qualifying, watched your heat race, and I said, you know what? I like the look of that 71 car. It's the most of the track. It's carrying the most speed, and thankfully, you didn't make a liar out of me, man. This car was flawless. Tell us about this ride.
Yeah, we had a good run tonight. There in practice, we got in a little late, so obviously we weren't necessarily up on the speed charts compared to everybody else. But for us to run as well as we did out here tonight, it's pretty great.
Really fun to watch. You guys really did one hell of a job. Well, you wheeled your car around. Now, for a little while, I thought Wells was a little bit faster than you were, but you made that big move back to the low side. I think he kind of gave you back that spot, said you had earned it. And once you got back out to the lead, you were able to check away. How sad were you to see that yellow flag there when you went and amassed about almost a 2-second lead over the entire field?
Yeah, we didn't want to see that come, but, we had found our line there pretty early, working with Cole. Obviously, he's our teammate on this new team with BDR. Started it up, and we'd worked together there for the heat races. Trying to figure out what would be the best line for us, and I tried the bottom there about midway through maybe, and obviously he got around me. He went down. He wanted to try it, so I got back around him, and man, we didn't want to see that caution, but at the same time, it makes for a better race, giving these guys a chance to catch back up. It's going to make it more interesting. So we didn't want to see it, but at the same time, it was good.
It was really good. It was a lot of start and stop here tonight, but you had premium position up front, pacing on the restarts, and Richard Spar, you're tonight's big winner here on the network. Let me give you the microphone one more time so you can thank all your great sponsors and tell us all about this new team at BDR. Keep guys like me in the loop what you guys are up to.
Yeah, we started this team here right at the end of last year, so it's pretty fresh. We're a couple weeks into having it. Unfortunately, we had some things. I had a little bit of a difference of opinion over with MDR, so a couple of us kind of split off and did our own thing. So I decided to start up this team. Decided to recruit some drivers. I got to thank everybody on our team. I got to thank Cole Wells. He had a really good run tonight. JD Sass, he struggled a little bit early on, but he rebounded pretty well to come back up through the field. I got to thank Derek Dryman for all that he's doing for us, and got to thank, of course, our new guy, Peyton Stevenson. He's going to be pretty good coming up through the ranks. Got to thank all of our sponsors that came on board here early on to just help us get off the ground and help us achieve the things that we want to achieve. Got to thank Family Pawn here in mid-Missouri. I got to thank Open Door Thrift Store. My wife is the manager down there. Definitely can't leave them out. Got to thank Russell Brown Race Cars. Russell is a very good friend of mine. I'm glad to have him on board with us. I have to thank Midwest Sheet Metal for all that they're doing for us, doing a lot for us behind the scenes. Got to thank Hanover with Tyler. He's been pretty good to us here early on, and got to thank you guys up in the booth for putting on this show tonight. It's definitely cool to win one of these broadcasted races. It never gets old.
We hope it doesn't, and we hope it do a lot more with you there, Richard. Congratulations, buddy. Terrific job, and this sounds like a great new super team you guys have. Best of luck to all you guys going forward.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Richard Spar, tonight's big winner from the Learnerville Speedway. And that'll do it for us here this evening here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank all the great group over here at the Outlaw Dirt Series for having us over here, the Wild West Pro Late Model Series. Got to thank their great sponsor over here with the Outlaw Dirt Series, Mud Duck Racing. They sponsor our Hard Charger Award and the Hard Luck Award. Also got to thank Brad Doss from Understeer Motorsports. He's sponsoring a free wrap to the winner of the Poker Series that we'll have to learn a whole lot more about there in the next couple of weeks as well. Got to thank the gang over at Coffee Mania. $5 to the last of the standings after the series is over, so we got a lot to work out between now and then. And also the gang over at Sun Auto Group, the used cars king, as they would call it. So great to have all those guys on board. For all our sponsors, like iRacingIFlag.com, Team Harm Motorsports, Boyles Trucking, JMax Journeys, Blano.com, the South Texas Speedway, Milner Media and Design, TDR Racing League, Trash Panda Graphics, JP Designs, 3D Racing, the Pit Pass of Katie Dugas, and, of course, the Cyber Thunder Racing League for Jack Truitt, Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, all of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. So much for hanging out with us on a Saturday night. We'll see you back here live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, UDRA. That'll be a fun time. We hope you'll be there with us as well on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody, from Learnerville Speedway.